Hopefully the connection ain't bad right here, huh?
Yeah, mine is. If you gotta wait till after, bro, we can wait till
We
after.
live. Gonna check it and see. That's it right there. All right, Shalom. Shalom.
That's it right there.
Cool, we good. All right. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing his word with our truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe it on the gospel. And it's a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. I'm the brother Korah Abad.
Shamala.
And the Wadi Hawbashim Shah for blessing us with an opportunity to come forth and bring forth, another lesson. And what we want to talk about in this one, Lord willing to do be edifying, is the mindset we should be in. As we see the world ending, Esau is clamping down on the people, digital system is coming, and the saying of the World Economic Forum, everybody will eventually own nothing and be happy. So everything being taken away from us, but we have examples to look forward to in this world. Everybody, they realizing their favorite celebrity full of shit. They realizing their favorite celebrity like a Diddy, he was nasty the whole time and freaky. There's no real leadership. But we have leaders and people to look to see what mindset we should be in these last days. And those leaders are our forefathers, man. You got the likes of shit, Yahushua, King David, Moses, the Maccabee being brothers. You have many different Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, many different forefathers that the Lord have given us in ancient times. And you see the mindset they had. They was willing to give up this current world because they knew they had something better waiting on them, man. And that's our mindset. We shouldn't be attached to the things of this world like Lot's wife. So much so we got to look back. We feel bad that the world crumbling. We should be ready for this shit to go, man. So what kind of happened to that and Lord willing, it do be edifying. You got something, bro?
Yeah, I got too, like, cause even back then, there was great kingdoms. The things was way better back then, and men gave that up, for the promises to come. It's like we're about to go into.
Con, you got it, bro.
This is like that Hebrews 11:24.
Matter of fact, want to jump up and start with Abraham?
Hold up.
Unless you want to get straight to Moses. But I know it says some, yeah.
About 17.
Con.
Alpha of Isaac.
Con.
All right. This Hebrews 11. Hold up. All right. Yeah. But I started verse.
Shit, wherever you see, bro.
Verse 13.
Con.
It says, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." Right, it's kind of like we was going to last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it said they received the promises and they embraced them. So they had a particular mindset, like, man, this is what I'm focused on. So the things right now, bro, this is temporary, right? Whatever I got going on, situation I'm in, this ain't finna last. Cause I'm waiting on what the Most High is gonna bring me.
Yeah.
It says, for they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they had came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country that is in heavenly. Wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. Mm-hmm. All right, going to the kingdom of heaven. It's like it goes into the second of the 7th chapter, the city that is builded, many good things. That's the kingdom of heaven. All right. So that's supposed to be, on your mind, like it says in Colossians, the 3rd chapter, set your affections, on things above and not below.
Right.
But it says, by faith, you about to say something?
No, I was just agreeing.
By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead. All right, from whence also he received him in a figure.
Mm-hmm.
By his-
Oh, now you got it.
by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshipped, leaning upon the top of his staff.
And if I could add, and what this going into, they say in Israel the Hall of Fame. Your best basketball and football players who deserve to get recognized. Well, Hebrews 11 is the Hall of Faith. It's highlighting all our forefathers, even some foremothers who went out with integrity. Who went out trusting the Lord and went out trusting in the promises that's coming. And in doing that, they gave up the situation they was in, man. Abraham left his family not knowing where he was going. He just said, "I'm with it." And on his journey, he didn't forget, or he didn't lose track of the task at hand, so to speak. Moses was living as the brother about to read. Moses was the second in command in Egypt. He was at this time he was Pharaoh's son. He had everything. But the thing is, he rather suffer with his people because he knew the reward that was gonna come for serving the Lord rather than what this current world got to offer, man. You got it, bro.
God, he meant to say Joseph was second in command.
Joseph, that's what Joseph was
second.
the second in command in Egypt. The water, bro.
But it says, verse 22, it says, by faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel and gave commandment concerning his bones. By faith, Moses, so even even Joseph departed, and his he was already gone and passed away, but he like, shit, you gonna take my bones with you?
Yeah, he still left Egypt.
Yeah, still left. All right, but it says, by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. It says, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. You gotta think of that was status, bro.
Yeah.
Back then, compared to the children of Israel, you see, which was under subjection and where it was in captivity, right? And he had high status right in the land of Egypt, and he rejected that. You know how many people would have traded places with him?
Yeah.
But like it's gonna go into the Most High revealed the promises unto him. And he was like, man, this is way better, all right, than this shit.
Straight up.
It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
And man, and I like that part right there because think about what it's saying. It says that Moses chose after really finding out what was going to come to Egypt and what the Israelites were going to receive. It says Moses chose rather to suffer affliction than to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season in Egypt. Even if he would have said, you know what, Yahweh, I'm good. I don't want to lead your people out. I'm gonna stay here. Right? I love it here. The thing is, the Lord would have still judged Egypt in that short time. And even if Moses would have decided to stay, he wouldn't have been doing anything according to the law of righteousness. He still would have been living as Egyptian, though he was a stand-up guy still, but he still would have been living as Egyptian, doing things of the Egyptians for a short period of time. So what is not worth it? And that's what we realize now, and our forefathers realized that back then. This current world, what these heathens got to offer, is not worth it, man. We literally got something that's gonna last forever. Nobody can touch it. And you gotta, in order to really give this world up, you have to believe and see the kingdom coming. Though we can't see it, you have to know that, man. You have to know what, like Yahweh Shai is literally coming back. He gonna crown us. He gonna change our bodies, give us everything. That's the only way you gonna be willing to say F this world. But if you don't believe in that, you gonna be in that YOLO spirit. You gotta get what you can now while you living. You gotta do, bro.
And just get this quick precept, Revelation 11:8. And in their dead bodies will lie I'm reading NLT. And in their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So it says that this place is spiritually Egypt. So this is Egypt all over again. All right. Just like it says Deuteronomy 28 chapter that was gonna be brought into Egypt again. All right, with ships. So just like Moses, forsook, actual, Egypt. All right, we are doing the same. All right, we're not trying to, thrive in this society or worry about the benefits of this society or what Esau can give us, trying to be established here. No, it's like I said, Just like our forefathers confessed that they're strangers and pilgrims on the earth, we doing the same thing.
Right. We not. I don't want to cut you off, but we not from here. When you think about it, bro, and especially if we're the elect, like we not from here. We just here to like to live out a purpose. Go through. I don't say go through the motions, but to fulfill our task. In our role that we were sent down on earth. But we ain't just go stay here. That's not the plan of the Lord. It says that Esau, that little horn, was gonna have a short time to rule. We in that short time. This is not forever. So why would somebody hold on or invest in a company that's sinking? I think Eldar Reala said this shit was funny. He said, "Why would you want to in a Titanic? They got like the little restaurant." He was giving examples, but he was like, "Why would you want to build a restaurant or something in the Titanic? Why I forget what he said, but have some why it's sinking. It's sinking. Why would you invest in a company that's failing? That's what America is. It's a corporation that's failing. Why would you invest in it, man?
Like on Titanic, you had the ship. It was like it was standing straight up, going into the water. That's fucking America right now.
Yeah, man. Let this place go, man. It's not worth it. Had a mind of our forefathers. Yeah, like it said, Second Maccabees 2:50. First Maccabees 2:50. Look at the forefathers of old, man. You want to grab that real quick for me, Baba Shop? You don't mind? And we could probably wind it down after that, Moses. I think it's First Maccabees 2:50. And when Mattathias told his sons,
What part?
50.
Yeah, First Maccabees 2:50.
Let's start at 49, bro. Baba Shop.
First Maccabees 2:49 says, "Now when the time drew near that matter sons now had pride and rebuke God in strength in the time of destruction in the wrath of indignation."
Right. Now we're in a time where pride is strong, right? And we see judgment is coming. So let's see what Thad's gonna tell his sons, since he knew they was in a time of judgment as well. And that's the mindset we gotta have. Look at our forefathers for the example, man. Look at Yahweh, look at King David, look at these men for an example. See how they went out. And if not going out, see how they kept their integrity. See how they left this world behind and pushed forward to something they couldn't even see yet. But they knew it. You got it, bro.
It says, "Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the call to remember
to remember it in their time. That's why we need to know what our forefathers did. Hey, Romans 15:4, it says the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Meaning when we hear when we read about our forefathers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire, Peter in jail, right? All these different things that our forefathers went through, we see how the Lord allowed them to escape. He saved them. So now when we read about that and see they kept their integrity, that gives us hope for our time. So if we be in a situation, if we get thrown in a concentration camp, we think about what our forefathers did, man, as an example. You got it, bro.
It says, "Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name."
Right? So we can have a name that's going to be remembered. Just like people still talk about our forefathers today, thousands of years later. Well, we living out what we got to do now, so in the kingdom and forever, people going to talk about us, along with our forefathers, man. But it's about how we accept this current world. Well, a lot of Israelites go accept it, but it's all about how we hold our integrity towards the Lord in this fallen world, man. But you got it, bro.
It says, "Was not Abraham found faithful?"
That was pretty much it, though. Okay. I mean, you got some more, but we could end it off on the Hebrews.
All right, it's Hebrews 11 and 26 or 25 again. It says, "Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season,
So you can take us out too, bro.
esteeming the reproach of Yahweh greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. For ye have respect unto the recompense of the reward." Hey, bro, and you gotta think about, bro, it was a lot of treasures in Egypt. It was a lot of gold. They was decked out.
Yep.
All right. It was a lot that, Moses could have got into, especially with the status that he was in. It was nothing that wasn't available to him.
Yep.
Really. Because that was the greatest kingdom on earth at that time. All right. So with that status granted him, the ability to do whatever, he had it all, right? And gave that up, right? It says for the reproach of Yahushua, all right? The sufferings, that he was going to go through, was going to be temporary in that time, but it was going to be worth it because of the promises and the things that the Most High was promising, that he was going to give the Israelites, right? All of that, was going to come through Yahweh Shai, right? Eventually, that's what that meant. Even though Yahweh Shai, as the Messiah went around in that time, and it's mentioned in his name, but these things are going to be done through him. Okay? He said, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. So the reward was on his mind, the reward of the kingdom. All right. Hey, bro, that's you can see, and being in Egypt and seeing the glory, like he's seen all of that and was it was involved in it, right? But he forsook it for something that he couldn't see. He's like, man, I believe this is gonna happen. I believe with the Most High's, saying, man, it's just I'm choosing a side, and we have to choose a side as well.
That's right.
All right, right now.
That's right.
But that's it.
Hey, that's like Moses when he came off of that mount. He said, "Who with us? Whoever with us, come over here. Whoever ain't with us, go over there." And what happened to the ones who went with the Lord? They died, man. Right now, it's the time to literally choose a side. Good against evil. Yeah, how about Shemal Shai or this government, this system, man? The spiritual mark, trusting in the Lord for his protection, or you gonna take that MOTB, the digital, the RFID micro C help. When the time you gotta choose between spiritual and carnal, man. And the way of the Lord is the way to go, like Joshua said. That's what me and my house, Lord willing. Hey, we gonna keep serving the Lord, man. But you can take us out, bro. That's all I had.
John, hey, with that, hey, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
by
Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash.
The abundance to the apostles and the elders of great millstone, peace and salutation to the Achiam, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and faith and sincerity. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Actually, my one's on that.